beyond. On her form, I couldn't have her, but as I said, she's first up, haven't seen a public jump out or trial, so there's someone who thinks or is fairly confident about her running a good race fresh.
And Boo Radley right down the bottom. It's an $11 chance in from 12.
He's going to get a lovely run here. He's in the mix. He ran well at Gundagai last start. He had to change course a couple of times in the straight. Ran the 7th best last 600-metre split of the meeting. I think he's a chance, Boo Radley, and I think probably that $11 he should go into wider multiples.
And one that we missed earlier on was number 3. That's Reine Happy for George Osborne.
I think his very best runs have been at 1,000 metres, so the little stretch out to 1,100 today is a query. Sat outside the leader in Salty Kisses last start. That was 1,100, apologies. Sat outside the leader in Salty Kisses, who kicked on and won. I thought had every chance to run past the leader last start. This is no easier, so I was against Reine Happy.
That's a look at him in the yard ahead of the last on Wodonga Cup Day. Matt, just talk us through your selections.
I'm with Cardenet at number 6, Brad, ahead of 4 Banger, the easing favourite. 9 Typhoon Ruby flies fresh in for 3rd. And then Fashion Tip, I think, will be hitting the line strongly, number 11. So 6 ahead of 4, 9 and 11 in the last on what has been a magnificent Wodonga Cup Day.
And we're going to get one final sports bet market update.
It's been one of the quieter betting races. We've seen some decent moves today, but there isn't a lot of activity in the last, apart from Banger. The favourite has drifted $2.60 out to $3.30, now out to $3.40. Probably just with a coming down of the percentages. That's where the big move has been. Cardenet $6.50 into 6 has held pretty solid. Reine Happy $6.50 out to $7.50. Fashion Tip has held firm around that $7.50 out to 9 back into 8 mark. A little bit of support for Typhoon Ruby first up, 11 now into 9, just as I say that. Boo Radley 12 into 10 and First Watch 12 into 11. That earlier support for Circulate has sort of continued, $20 into 12. So we've got a drifting favourite. Cardenet, the second favourite, is fairly firm, and punters just trying a couple at a double-figure price, Brad, as they head out to the barriers for the last.
And I've got Wayne Carroll, who is the trainer of Fashion Tip. Interesting runner here in the last race of the day. Fashion Tip being kept very, very safe in betting, $8. First up run, what's your assessment of the chances, Wayne?
Yeah, Brad, look, we've brought her here with the idea that, you know, going Victorian way, we'll look down the road for a few more races this way. And look, she'll be very competitive today. And first up, she hasn't had a win so far first up, but she's pretty wound up today.
What do you do from the gate?
Yeah, we look at the speed map. She's about 3. There's about 3 really speed horses, I believe. We'll probably just pocket in behind them and work from there.
Has she shown you enough to suggest that the Victorian way of going is not going to be an issue?
At Wagga, we gallop a fair bit Victorian way, you know, just to give the grass tracks a bit of a break. But, yeah, probably once a week the grass tracks are open. So, look, there's probably no excuses that way.
Good to get down here and be amongst it on Wodonga Cup Day. So you've had a few runners scattered throughout the program?
Yeah, just had one in the Cup. We had no luck, but, you know, that happens when you draw bad barriers at times. But, no, it's a great day. It's a great atmosphere here, and good luck to them. It's really good.
Good luck.
Thank you.
There is Wayne Carroll. He's the trainer of Fashion Tip, who goes around in the final race here as an $8 chance, being kept rock solid in betting there. Any last-minute assessments here or anything that's jumped into your mind after we heard from Wayne Carroll there regarding Fashion Tip, Matt?
We can see finally there's been a little sprinkling of support for Banger on course, 350 into 340. I certainly think Fashion Tip has a great chance here fresh. Will be hitting the line hard if they overdo it up front. Boo Radley down the bottoms had its share of admirers late in betting. Absolutely no move for Cardenet, but she stayed firm, which I suppose is a good sign with a couple drifting. Reine Happy number 1, Brad, for George Osborne down there at Kyneton, $7 into $5.50. I was actually at Kyneton on Tuesday, it was, and vastly different conditions to what we're enduring here at, or enjoying here at Wodonga.
And what I was enduring at Wangaratta on Monday. That was hot. There were plenty of flies, and then he was talking about the weather all day on Tuesday at Kyneton. It's
incredible. We had hail. It was about 8 degrees there at Kyneton, and today it's beautiful sunshine, 35 plus. And what an enormous crowd they have in here at Wodonga. It's great to see them filing out onto the lawn for the last couple of races. And Birds of Tokyo is no doubt going to draw a further crowd after the last race. Yeah, I don't think they'll be going anywhere. They will well and truly be hanging around for Birds of Tokyo after the last race. Rick McIntosh has done a fantastic job calling all of the action.
He's got one more job. It'll go for about 1 minute and 6 seconds. All the best, Rick.
Thanks, Brad. Good job to you and Matty. Great cup day here from Wodonga here. Lots to keep coming with Birds of Tokyo, but good luck to Terrelgan down in the Gippsland area with their cup tomorrow, and all roads tomorrow, well, Sunday morning at least, lead to Warrnambool. The Hames Paints Jericho Cup. Sunday at Warrnambool, there's 9 events. Of course, the Jericho over 4,600. There's a consolation over 4,000. It'll feel like we've called a dozen, I reckon, by the end of it. Well, Reine Happy's got through the front here. It's got to be reined in quickly. Will be. But that's Sunday. The first is at 12:40, and you'll see all the action right here on racing.com. Matty Stewart down there to host the coverage, and BZ is organising himself some warm clothes because the weather conditions are not pleasant there for Sunday, but it won't stop them flocking in at the Burl, I can tell you. If you haven't organised to get there, you better. The second ever running of the Hames Paints Jericho Cup this Sunday. Norton Development Group, good luck if you're still going in this quad with us here. 4 Spanish Poet into 2 Willy Willy into 8 Power Dream. Banger the favourite, way upwards of 3,000. Reine Happy around 5, Cardinet 5. Now Reine Happy's getting it. No, there's another one being trotted up for the vet here. It might be the favourite, Banger, is it? No, it's Boo Radley. Yeah, there's a 1 in front of that 4. Thank you to my producer Berkey, who just saying it's Boo Radley which is getting a trot up. He must be fit to go because they're putting the barrier blanket back on, so that means he's going into the gates rather than off the track. It's a hot day for a barrier blanket. Now first watch is coming up. I'd imagine the vets had a look at Reine Happy too, because he got through the front, didn't go very far. Jockey was able to rein him in. Tyler Schiller, and he's an old pro at it. Reine Happy. He's had 44 goes. So Boo Radley gets this blindfold and barrier blanket on, and they try and trick him into going back into these barrier stalls. Worked okay the first time, and the second time around he's not so keen on. Reine Happy awaiting his chance. Of course, the racing continues straight on after this for in Victoria with racing.com Park. And Terry Barley will be with you for the first real soon, I'd imagine. 1,100 metres here for the Norton Development Group. Boo Radley in. Reine Happy has joined in. 3 winners today, including the cup for Jared Fry. In a big day out. Set for the last. Ready. Racing. A little bit slow Fashion Tip. It'll be last. Reine Happy came away well. So also did Cardinet. Boo Radley and Typhoon Ruby going forward in a hurry. Then Didn't Even Kiss Me, who's back just in front of Circulate the inside. Banger is it just in front of it. Stablemate Star Over. Then First Watch and Fashion Tip is at the end. The speed at the top seemed okay. Reine Happy raced through to lead Typhoon Ruby now. Boo Radley's in 3rd place underneath of Cardinet, 4th at the 600, and then Didn't Even Kiss Me. Followed in turn in the run then by Banger, who's going through underneath it with Circulate Star Over, First Watch, and 2 lengths away Fashion Tip at the tail end. Reine Happy's tried to nick off before the turn. Got 2 lengths on Typhoon Ruby and Boo Radley. Then followed by Cardinet to the outside with Didn't Even Kiss Me. Banger's in traffic, hasn't seen daylight yet. Reine Happy a big leader from on the outside, trying very hard. Boo Radley. First Watches down the outside, then followed by Banger. Reine Happy well clear though. Circulate getting up on the fence, then First Watch, but Reine Happy streaks them. Won the last by 2 lengths to First Watch. Third, I'm not sure whether it was Boo Radley or Circulate. Banger just missed out. He was pretty flat when he did see daylight from Fashion Tip, and then Cardinet, who just battled at the end with Typhoon Ruby, Didn't Even Kiss Me, and Strarover's run a clear conspicuous last. Reine Happy bolts it in. Tyler Schiller kept them all out. Never headed, and the 8-year-old's been way too good by Good Journey from Reine Savage. Tyler Schiller for George Osborne at Kyneton. Veteran, 8-year-old now, had to play second fiddle to his stablemate there at Kyneton on Cup Day, Salty Kisses, but today he's run away with a 3-8, 14 and 12, and 4 bangers run in 5th. First watch was a good effort from the back. Dean Holland for Alicia McPherson. 14 Boo Radley has lasted for 3rd. Jake Duffy for Rob Wellington just in advance of 12 Circulate, and 4 banger has run officially 5th. There are your numbers in the last tier. 3-8, 14 and 12 on the last tier on Cup Day. George Osborne stable having a pretty good run at the moment. He places his horses pretty well in these country circuits, and he loves a country Cup Day, and he loves being part of racing.com. He's about to be with Brad.
Yeah, just catching up with George. I was wondering whether it was a little bit concerning from your point of view with Reine Happy was late into the yard, then he went through the gates. It wasn't a conventional lead up to the event.
Well, I don't know why he was late in the yard. Jess must have got lost because he saddled up perfectly and he come up and he's an old timer, and I'm not sure what happened at the gates. I think the gates just opened and he broke through. So and I've never seen one win after they've broken through the gates. That's a first.
Yep, well, you've done it here today. You can chalk that one up as a first. Did you think he was going well enough to produce a performance like we just saw?
Yep, he's going fantastic. The horse, it's taken me about 3 years to 4 years to work him out. You've got to ride him bad or ride him real good. He hates horses outside him. So Tyler's instructions were to make sure nothing was outside him, to either take it up or be out wide. And every winner's been on the fence here today. If they haven't, they've been very close to it. So he took it up, and Tyler's a great kid on the way through, and he followed the instructions fantastically.
Had many rides for you, Tyler?
Not many, but I've been following him. He's Phil Sweeney's man, and we do a lot of stuff up here, and I've been watching him closely, and any opportunity I get, I'll be giving him a chance. What's
with the long sleeves?
I had melanomas cut out a couple of years ago, and I'm supposed to be out of the sun completely, and I dodged a bullet, to be quite honest, but so I'm an advocate for staying out of the sun.
That's a great answer.
Thanks, mate.
Well done. George Osborne, winning trainer, gets the money with Reine Happy. That's career win number 9 from start 45, and here is Tyler, who just got a big rap from George Osborne. He was pretty happy with your work there.
Oh, just riding to instructions.
Talk us through the run, and at what point you thought you were home, because watching it on TV, he was a horse that we identified a long way out.
Yeah, George said he would have a lot of pace today and just let him roll along, and he kicked away at the 600, and I thought from there on in he was going to be pretty hard to catch.
And that he was. Does he give you the feel of a horse that is going to be able to go on and win more races?
Definitely, for an older horse, George is doing a very good job with him.
And you're doing a good job as well. I reckon you might get more opportunities with George.
Thank you.
Well done. Tyler Schiller takes out the last race of the day, combines with George Osborne to get the money with Reine Happy.
Interesting comments there from George that the horse just doesn't like being cluttered up or anywhere near horses, to be frank, seem to be the comments from George. And Tyler followed those instructions to a T. He dominated the race out of the barriers. We can see here coming around the home bend, everything in behind is off the bit and chasing, and Tyler's stolen a march on them, and Reine Happy was far too good. I must say, I thought he was a little bit plain when he sat outside his stablemat at Kyneton last start, but what George said there probably explains why he may have just struggled a little bit in the straight there at Kyneton last start. He dominated the race from the get-go here. I think they ran along at reasonable fractions, and he just had all his rivals off the bit coming around the home bend, and it's very difficult to make ground when you're sort of struggling to keep up.
And a few of the other leading fancies, or those that were prominent in betting, were just in tricky spots, and we're going to have to negotiate paths that they probably wouldn't have wanted to take coming into that home straight. Not that any of them would have been a factor, because he was just far too good, Reine Happy, but they might have finished a little bit closer.
The horse that they put a bit of money on at a big price in the yellow cap, closer to the fence at the moment, Circulate, was sort of $41 when markets opened, jumped around that $10 or $11 mark. Didn't have a huge amount of luck in the straight. I thought it ran very well, and first watch down the outside just costs itself at the barrier rise. Struggles to get into races, but was very good late there. And Boo Radley back in third. The stable have had a good couple of races there with running second in the cup as well. But all honours with Reine Happy, and a very well-rated ride by Tyler Schiller.
Yeah, I reckon he'll be getting more opportunities for George Osborne. Break time now. On the other side of that, race number 6 from Port Lincoln. And then we'll be wrapping up and handing over to BZ down at Cranbourne.
We've got a live one here.
BS responsibly with Sportsbet's new market movers. Just sort the race card and